Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wednesday show for November the 9th, 2021. As you know, we have been counting down our most memorable Las Vegas trips. And this week we will touch number 4 and number 3 on that list. Now, for our number 2 and number 1 most memorable trips, we thought we needed a little more time. And besides, next week is our scheduled live stream, so we will cover the 2 most memorable trips to Las Vegas in our live stream next week, which as always will be at 6 o'clock Vegas time, 7 o'clock Mountain time, 8 o'clock Central time, 9 o'clock Eastern time, and so on and so on. So we hope you'll tune in for that. Should be fun. Wanted to thank everybody there for all the positive feedback again for our videos from Nebraska. Mom's very excited. She is now a YouTube celebrity of sorts. Perhaps we can get her own channel, or perhaps we can just get the cat a channel. We'll see. Who knows? Okay, in addition to our memorable trips to Vegas feature today, we've got food. That's right, call PJ, maybe Mark, maybe Andy. Let them know there's eating in this episode. Every once in a while here, we get hungry. All right, so speaking of getting hungry, the other day I thought, well, you know, this would be a great opportunity to try out one of my favorite frozen meals and share it with each and every one of you. But something went wrong. So let's check it out. Okay, everybody, here we are on the Wednesday show with another highly acclaimed taste test. Today we'll be trying Boston Market's chicken Parmesan. Now, I have had this before, and it is pretty tasty. But this particular serving of chicken Parmesan is kind of interesting. Let's check it out, shall we? Look at that delicious spaghetti sauce. There's some melted cheese in there, some nice spices, and wait a minute. There's no... I think there's supposed to be this piece of chicken. All white meat chicken. I am struggling to discover any chicken. All right, so yeah, I mean, we can try it without the chicken here. We got a nice serving, and here. It's pretty good. Got some nice flavor for a frozen meal. But there's no chicken. Come on, Boston Market. Been supporting your frozen meals for some time. And I'm not seeing a lot more of them appearing in the grocery store. Telling me maybe they're not doing so well. Maybe could be because sometimes you don't put any chicken in the chicken Parmesan. There you go. It's the kind of stuff you get on the Wednesday show. Okay. I mean, what are the odds? Hey, if any of you have gotten yourself a nice frozen meal and something was missing, leave a comment down below. Excited to hear about that. And I'm sure you're excited to hear about my 4th and 3rd favorite Las Vegas trips, or most memorable ones. And number 4 is the 2019 Summit trip. Summit, very quickly, the sort of backstory, originally the year before, myself, along with Dave and Michelle, we worked to visit Vegas, and then also Tamara and Gord from Vegas Best Ideas. We all arranged to kind of get together and have a sort of a meetup. It's kind of a novelty at the time. It certainly isn't anymore. Had a good time. And so another one was planned the following year, and Dave and Michelle did pretty much all the legwork on this. Had a huge turnout. Must have been 40 or 50 people who showed up. And I was one of those people that showed up. I believe the event itself was on September 17th. I was there for 5 nights. The other thing that was really memorable about that trip, other than all the people that I met, and we'll get back to that here in just a minute, and there were a number of folks at the summit. I won't try to go through them because I'll miss people. But I was there 5 nights, and I stayed in 4 different hotels in the course of 5 nights, which I can't really recommend. I was at the Flamingo. Then I went downtown for one night, stayed at one of the Lux rooms there at the Plaza, which I highly recommend. And then back to the Flamingo. Then I had my very first stay at the Wynn using the Wynn Slots app. So that was a pretty cool experience there. And then the last night I was at the Gold Coast. The most memorable thing about the Gold Coast was all the elevators were like wonky. And so there's like one working elevator. So at the worst of it, it would take like 45 minutes or an hour to get from your room down to the casino where you would probably want to escape. But anyway, it was a fun trip. Went out to the Neon Museum on that trip, I know. I think we had that nice video poker win at Downtown Grand on that trip. I'm not sure. I'd have to do some double checking on that, but it was a good time. Obviously got to meet up with a number of people, and my last night in town got to be probably one of the first people who got shanged by Vegas Best Ideas. We checked that place out. After we had met up at the Golden Tiki, another place I had never been before, with an interesting couple that I knew only from the internet, and that was Andy and Simone Goodspeed. Goodspeed, Good Times, Good Time Productions. Anyway, and that was my last night in town. That was a fun trip, a great opportunity to get to spend some more time with those folks. Like I said, just the number of different places I stayed, the people that I met, the things that I did. It was just a fun trip, and so definitely, and it's pretty recent, so, not all those brain cells have died yet. So that is one of my most memorable trips. In fact, we'll put it at number 4. Before we get on to number 3, you can't just eat a little bit of spaghetti, people. It's not enough food. So I went out, got myself another frozen meal, and, well, here you go.
Okay, so we got yet another food tasting here, and we hope there's actually chicken in this one, so we'll be back in just a second. Okay, so this is it, the fried chicken mac and cheese bowl. So you can see we actually got chicken. It's only like 4 little nuggets. So, yeah, but at least there's chicken. Doesn't look too bad. Here we go. We're going to get first we're going to get a little bite of this. So we got not too bad. All right. Pretty good sized pieces of chicken, actually. So we got a little piece of chicken here. We're going to try that next. Chicken has sort of the standard frozen chicken nugget kind of flavor piece with some chicken. Okay. Chicken a little chewy in spots there, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So if in the market for fried chicken nuggets and some mac and cheese, it's not a bad choice.
So hey, if you enjoyed our food taste testing today, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't enjoy it, we already figured that. So, all right, so number 3 on our list of most memorable Vegas trips, and I'm honestly not going to spend a lot of time talking about it because there's so much footage of it, and that is the original Rocktober in October 2020. I was there for 6 nights, first 3 nights up at the Wynn, and then 3 nights at Luxor. It was a whirlwind. There was something going on practically every single night we were there. And for some reason, I took it upon myself to, after I returned back to my hotel at 1 o'clock in the morning, I continued to think it was a good idea to stay up and gamble some more. So it was a trip where I stayed up really late, gambled a lot, and most memorably just met so many people. And I could have made a list, and that's the only way I would possibly go through all these folks. But some great people that have become, and in some cases already were great friends, but have become even better friends since that time. Of course, the big Rocktober event, the High Roller, my first time at Stage Door. Now that might have been a mistake. And then our time at Ellis Island, that was fun. Went to a movie together. We had a kind of a special little event up in the presidential suite. At least some of us were invited for that. The taco night, which was cool. It also happened to be Andy and Josh from the Fab Dudes, their birthday, so that was kind of cool. We met up between cousin JP and PJ. I think that video is still on the internet somewhere. I can't really encourage you to watch it, but like I said, just had a great time and got to meet so many people. I think during that week and since then, I've often said to people that it reminded me of when I first saw the movie The Avengers. It was like you had all of these individual heroes, YouTube heroes, that you had seen separately, and they were all in one place together. And we've certainly seen, again, a lot more meetups over the course of the past few years, even with the COVID situation. And as more and more people finally make their way back to Vegas, I have no doubt we will continue to see these community group meetups again and again. And I think we'll have a great time with it. And yeah, that was absolutely has to be one of the most memorable trips to Las Vegas. All right, everybody, thank you so much for spending just a few minutes of your week with us here on the Wednesday show. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time putting it together. Until next time, I hope you have a great, lucky, and healthy week. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.